Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Walk and Talk episode 3. I was just looking at the stock market and I'm like, you know what? Let's go get that vitamin D real quick and let's talk about what's going on in the market. So, apparently Powell's going to get fired, right? But then Trump takes it back and goes, no, actually, we're not going to fire him. So, the markets did something very funny. The markets dropped and then rallied. And that's, to me, that's a sign that we're just going to keep going higher. I mean, this is a bull run, right? Stocks are just going to keep going higher. So I'll be looking to buy the dip today. We should get an opportunity. It depends, I guess, on how we close. If the stock market closes green, I mean, like sellers don't have ammunition. There's no ammunition from sellers. Sellers had the opportunity today to push the stock market down, but they have no ammunition. Buyers are showing up. I don't think Powell's going to get fired. He'll be gone eventually. But right now, I think it's a buy opportunity, especially on tech. So I would say sit on cash till end of day and buy the dip. Because sellers they're just not showing up. It's buyers that could show up every day buying the dip and pushing the stock price higher. So we're closing green despite the sell-off this morning. So I would say look for quantum stocks and Microsoft and Nvidia. Leaps, maybe. I don't know if I'd go deep in the money, but I would buy, at least give it some time so they can play out. RGTI did pop. It moved 26%. But only RGTI, not the other quantum stocks. So, I don't know. I wouldn't chase that. I'm not the kind of guy to chase. But there was every opportunity for sellers to push us down, and they just can't. This is a bull run right here. One of the best bull runs I've ever seen. I don't think we're going to get... Let me get on this swing here. I guess we're going to, pretend like we're 5 again. There's the swing. Alright, going back to being 5. Look at me on a swing. But yeah, sellers had every opportunity and they failed. This was their chance to really push us down, and it's just not happening. We cooled down a bit from yesterday, but I think we're going to rip higher. There's just no way we're not going to rip higher. So I'm looking at Nvidia calls tomorrow, or maybe I'll buy. Should I wait till tomorrow? Tomorrow's Thursday, so either I'll buy them either today at 2:30 p.m. or I'll buy them tomorrow. We'll see. Definitely want to buy some calls on Nvidia because we're holding above 170. And what else? I'm also watching SCHD, SPY-D. Those are good for buying like 100 shares and flipping it real quick for like 10-20 bucks, just for some lunch money. Literally lunch money. I bought myself a Italian beef the other day and it was like 15 bucks. Like with taxes it was like 18 bucks for the whole meal. For the drink, fries, and the sandwich. Even I was like, God damn, okay, I guess I'm gonna keep scalping SPY-D and SCHD for some quick 20 bucks just for lunch money. Really, at this point, let the market pay for my lunch. So those two are good for just scalps. What else? I think I'm also watching. Okay, so Ethereum is moving. I know I don't talk much about crypto, but I think Ethereum is moving. Ethereum has the opportunity to go to 5 grand in my opinion. In this we're in a bull run, so it's not going to stop, right? It's still going to have the momentum. It's still going to go higher. It's just a matter of is it going to hold above its current level that it's at? I don't remember what that level is, but right now it's at a key level of resistance. If it can break above and hold above that, and buyers continue to show up, we'll go higher. I was telling this to Joey Shaw, which I think you may have sold, if you're watching this, I think you may have sold your calls a little too soon. Because the trend is still intact. We're in a bull run, and you yourself said you really believe in crypto. I mean, I'm about to buy Ethereum, the ETF, just for exposure and just to capture some of that momentum on the weekly. And if you look at the charts on Ethereum, every time we go on a big pump like this, we break out and go higher. So I think you may have sold a little too early. Although I do wonder what calls you bought. Calls, did you buy it on the ETF or something else? I wonder, because I don't know how it all works. I just discovered there's an ETF for Ethereum. So, but if it's anything like ARKB, there's gonna be money to be made. Just buying shares, just good old-fashioned shares. I guess this isn't a walk and talk, it's a swing and talk, right? Can you hear that? Can you hear the... But yeah, swing and talk. Episode 1. Shade sitting on a swing, and literally. No, but let's walk. Yeah, no, as I was saying, this is a bull run. Treat it like that and just buy dips. I'm still stuck in the mindset of I need to buy the big dip, but there's no big dip. There's no big dip. We just keep going. In fact, the most bullish thing that can happen is oops. The most bullish thing that can happen, no, this doesn't work. The most bullish thing that can happen is Nvidia holds above 170 and the market rips higher despite there's a bearish wedge. So for those of you who don't know, a bearish wedge just means that the stock price is just getting into this tighter and tighter channel and eventually breaks down and goes lower. But that's not what I think. That might get invalidated and we're gonna rip higher. I'm not buying puts and I'm not shorting. I'm gonna be going long in a bull market, right? If that makes sense. Like, why would I fight the buying pressure? That's what sellers are doing. Those people buying puts, they're trying to fight the buying pressure, but I mean, come on. We just keep going up. We just keep going up, guys. We just keep going up. So why would I short or buy puts? It is really hot out right now. It's like 90 today. Today's hotter than yesterday for sure. I felt it as soon as I walked outside. But yeah. Yeah, I was telling that to Jeff this morning because me and Jeff are always talking. Probably the most talkative guy. I would want to do this. I don't know, Jeff, if you're watching. Jeff and Joey Shaw, I think getting into a call in Discord, me, you, and Joey Shaw, I think that would be fun because you got a beginner that kind of understands how to play the game, and then you have Joey Shaw, who's all about the crypto, and I'm all about the stock market. So I think we can combine our knowledge and really do something here in terms of strategy. But let me know if you got time for a call sometime this week. Like, we should do like a pulse of the community or community chat or something like that every week, where just three old guys sit down and talk. I think that would be fun. Because you want to have that new guy though. You want to have Jeff. He's like an older trucker, new guy. That's like, he's actually really good at trading for someone that just started. Usually it takes a couple of years to get that good. He's already doing better than Seb Luke. For those of you who don't know, Seb Luke, he has been in the Discord for like almost a year, but he's still like buying at the worst. He makes the worst purchases ever. He always buys like near tops for some reason. He tries to make too much too quickly, and that's his issue. Jeff joined the Discord this month, and he's learning. He's asking questions. I try to get back to him as soon as possible, but obviously, I'm writing the book and a bunch of other things I got going on. But I try to respond, and he's learning. He's learning. It's very interesting. He's learning. The way he's learning versus Seb Luke. Seb Luke is more learning by trial by fire, right? He's learning by actually just making mistakes over and over again, then realizing, okay, maybe I should finally stop making that same mistake of chasing, stocks at highs. Whereas Jeff, he's more, okay, I understand how this works. Stock market moves up and down. It's a bull run. Let me just buy the dip. Let me sit on cash because I know it's going to come down cheaper, and I'll buy when it gets cheaper. And he learned today, like, if sellers aren't showing up with ammunition when they should be showing up with ammunition, buy the dip, because we're just going to go higher at that point. I think even Joey Shaw agrees. But I think it would be a great idea to have like a community chat, or I don't want to call it a podcast, but like I think Joey Shaw being the crypto guy, me being the stock market guy, and the new guy Jeff, that would be great. Because obviously Seb Luke is a little too. Seb Luke's a little too. He's a little too. He said he's awkward. He said it himself. He's like, I'm very awkward, and he'll probably say some crazy stuff anyways. And I think Chava Limon has a wife and kids, so I don't think he's got time, because he's got fresh kids. You know, he doesn't have like 30-year-old kids or 25-year-old kids. Like, he doesn't have kids that are like, you know, off in college or something, or living on their own. He has like actual kids, like little kids. So he probably doesn't have time to get in a chat. But that's something I would like to start doing, just like, you know, pulse of the community, I guess. I don't know what to call it, but I think that would give people like a perspective, like, hey, let's look at Joey Shaw's perspective, let's look at Shade's perspective, let's look at a beginner's perspective. But I keep calling Jeff a beginner, but he's doing a great job for a beginner, let me put it that way. And we can see his growth, you know, week to week. I think that would be a great idea, because he seems like he likes to talk a lot. And that's what you need, right? If you're gonna do like I don't want to call it a podcast. I don't want it to be like an 3-hour long thing. It's just a quick, you know, 10-20 minutes. You know, we get our perspective from each person, and that's it. That's something I would like to do, get going in the future. These walk and talks, I mean, I'm doing them just to get, you know, I'm going to be outside anyways. Might as well. I mean, I'm not in the sun right now. I'm in the shade because it's that hot, but you know, just trying to bring something different. I want to do that. Trading book is probably going to be completed by the end of the summer is what I'm thinking at this point, because I'm taking a bit of a break, because I really grinded for all of June and July and half of July. I just grinded. Like, every day I was just trying to get it done as quickly as possible, but it's not easy. It's not. You have to rewrite, draft after draft, and then I had to figure out like the structure of the book. Do I want it to read like a manual, or do I want it to read more like me? I'm talking to you. It's one-on-one, personal. So I went with the manual style, mainly because we'll see, because I'm gonna have my sister. I'm gonna send her a copy of the book, and I'm gonna have her go through chapter by chapter and see if she can like become profitable. Then that's a good book, even if it reads a little dry like a manual. So like, there's just a lot of decisions that I have to make, like, oh, okay, who's my target audience? Well, it's complete beginners, really, or people who keep losing money in the markets. That's my target audience. My target audience isn't people who already kind of know what they're doing. That's not my target audience. Because people who know what they're doing, they already have strategy, they have discipline, they've been in the game long enough to know, like, okay, you know, I'm patient enough, I'm going to wait for the dip. I'm not going to chase. You know, they've already learned by trial through fire. Whereas beginners have the opportunity to just pick up the book and do everything right off the bat and get off to a great start. And not be caught up in the whole trying to get rich quick mindset. Because that's what really kills people, kills people's accounts. It's the get rich quick mindset. Because every person that's joined my Discord and left, they just want to get rich quick. You know, they want to make lots of money right now. Right, they're desperate. And like I said last time, I think I cut off the video. But last time before I ended, yesterday's walk and talk, I said, I'm like, if you ever run your own Discord community, trading community, whether it's free, if you run a free trading community, hell no, don't do it, man. I'm telling you right now, it's gonna attract some low-hanging fruit. I don't know how else to put it nicely. You're gonna attract some people that are just down on their luck, living with their parents, only 500 to their name. They're trying to get rich quick. They're annoying. They're a headache. You're gonna come across some society's bottom. I don't know how else to put it. Like, I'm trying not to be rude about it, but you'll attract some garbage people. Let me put it that way. So charging is better, because that kind of acts as a wall, especially because you might get some trolls, some scammers that target you as well. So if you ever run a Discord, probably make it paid unless you like headaches. And number two, better to have high quality members than lower quality ones. And I said that last time, because because there are definitely some people that joined that were just dumb. Like they were just dumb. Like you expect to be in the green immediately upon buying a stock. Like you think you're just never going to be red? That's ridiculous. Sebluke, he tries to make too much too fast. Jeff, he kind of like he sold RGTI and then it ran 25% today. So he's kind of like, you can tell he's kicking himself because he just keeps talking about it. Like, oh, I wish I hadn't sold. I wish I had kept it. You know, of course it pumps when I sell. So he kind of falls into that trap of like, oh no, I sold too soon. Like you're never going to be able to time the top. You need to get that out of your system. Like you kind of have to become jaded at some point. Like you're never going to time the top perfectly, the bottom perfectly. You can try, but you know, if it was that easy, we'd all just time the top and bottom perfectly. Have a game plan. If your game plan is, hey, I'm going to buy ride stock and sell it for 50%, you take the 50%, and if it goes another 50%, cool. You don't care. You already made your 50%. You stuck to your game plan. You made your money. So some people just get caught up in the whole like, oh, I could have made more. Sebluke still kind of gets angry. He actually gets angry. He'll message me like, grr, I sold too soon and it's your fault. And I'm like, bro, you just made like $400 doing nothing. Like you work at a supermarket for like 15 an hour or 20 an hour, something like that. You just made like if he makes 20 an hour at a supermarket, what? That's 20 hours of his life that he would have to work to make that 400. That same 400. You just made, yeah. Like think of it that way, Sebluke. You made in one trade $400. You made what you would have to make. You would have to work, 20 hours of your life. 20 hours, by the way, 20 whole hours to make the same amount at your job in one trade. Like that's insane. So I think he's still kind of stuck in that same. He really needs to break out of that mindset of trying to make too much too fast. That's like the biggest thing holding him back. He sees a stock running and he wants to get in because he doesn't want to miss out. And then it goes down, and then he's down like $500, and then he becomes a long-term holder. Like he has not broken out of that. He's having a real hard time. He's a little too desperate. That's what that means. He's a little too desperate because he lives with his parents still. He's a millennial my age living with his parents, and he's desperate to get out of his situation. And I think he needs to stop and just follow the strategies, and you'll be fine. You'll be making more. He hurts himself in that sense because he chases, and then he goes down, and he's down $400, and then it goes back up for him, and he sells for like $50. Whereas if he just waited, he would have been able to buy IonQ at like in the 30 range and sold it for $400 or $500. But he still hasn't learned that. He still makes the same mistake over and over again, which is kind of like, for me, it's like, bro, you've been in the Discord for almost a year. How are you still making the same mistake? So that's his biggest issue. Joey Shaw here, I think he's pretty much the crypto guy at this point, because I don't really know anything about crypto. I'm not going to pretend like I'm an expert. I don't know anything about it. All I know is buy Mara if you want the volatility, and keep day trading it and swing trading it. You can sell calls, puts, and even print money just with those. So this is a bull run. It's beautiful. It's beautiful out. Beautiful bull run. Big beautiful bull run, I guess. Big beautiful bulls. Balls. Okay, whatever. You get what I'm trying to say. But yeah. So if you have the cash, probably Nvidia calls and Mara stock. Like all you need is to focus in on one or two stocks. Tech and crypto right now is really all you need. I wouldn't be buying anything like from any other sector. That's what's hot. That's going to stay hot. That's going to continue to be hot for decades. Quantum, AI, robotics. So anything tech is just. I was telling Jeff this because Jeff was telling me like, yeah, I rarely lose and I've been making money. My account has doubled. Your strategy, your thought process is the same as mine. That's why I watch your channel. And I told him, I'm like, you are successful because you're succeeding right now as a trader because you're not buying garbage. He's not buying Chewy stock. The pets. He's not buying Petco. He's not buying bank stocks. He's buying what's hot and what's going to stay hot, which is AI, robotics, and quantum computing stocks. That's what's going to stay hot for, I believe, for the next 20 years. So just buying those stocks and sitting on them, it's hard to lose because they're gonna continue to climb higher. That's just how it is. Like I wouldn't want to buy Uber. I think Uber created a new high, but I just wouldn't want to buy Uber because aren't they going to get replaced by Serve Robotics? They're going to get replaced by machine. I mean, that's what companies are. Companies are investing in. They're investing all this money into AI to replace the human. That's because humans have rights. They can't work 24/7. You know, they got a lot of flaws. So if you can replace the human with a machine that can do the job just as well or better, of course they're going to invest millions. Of course companies are going to invest millions in AI. Because it's going to pay dividends later. To not have to pay, because machines are they're not going to get paid a wage. So by buying AI stocks right now, you're betting on that. And I believe that. And I remember back in college, 12 years ago, back in 2011, I wrote a paper for English 102. I wrote a paper telling everyone, hey, humans are going to get replaced by machine. That's the future. And everyone in my class looked at me like I was crazy. But it turns out I was right. So, and I think if you're ahead of your time and you're thinking and looking into the future, companies are all about the bottom line. And if they can replace the human with a machine doesn't get a wage, doesn't have rights. It can break down and you can immediately replace it. There's too many benefits to AI, and humans are flawed, and you know, that's the future. That is what's going to happen. So buy AI stocks, buy quantum stocks, buy robotic stocks, and you're going to have a hard time losing. Oh yeah, uranium just created a new high. I believe uranium's going to go. The uranium ETF is going to go to 50. I believe that. And the uranium company, the UEC stock, that one should go to $10. Because, yeah, we're going to need the energy for the AI infrastructure. So buying uranium stocks is the way to go right now. If you want to play it safer, buy the ETF. That way you don't have to worry about, because the ETF isn't a company, so you don't have to worry about the risks that come with, you know, a CEO running a company. Like Tesla is a perfect example of, Tesla is just exposure to Elon Musk. That's what it is. That's what it is. You're betting on Elon Musk, not so much. The company doesn't even matter at this point. Their sales have been tanking, but it doesn't matter because it's all about the Elon Musk name. So buying Tesla is betting on Elon Musk. That's what that is. So yeah, I think Tesla, by the way, I think it's a good buy. It's a buy right now, and I think it will go to $400 eventually. But I wouldn't buy calls on it. Too many people want to play it risky and buy like weekly calls hoping to get rich quick. But Tesla's so volatile that if it doesn't move in your favor immediately, you just get destroyed. So if you're going to buy calls, I would buy calls, you know, give it some time, 6 months, a year. I mean, we're in a bull run, so it's just going to be hard to lose. But I'm just going to buy calls on NVIDIA because everyone's buying the chips from NVIDIA anyways. So it's too easy. It's too easy. It's too easy. That's why Jeff is successful. Jeff will continue to be successful so long as he sticks to the strategies. So yeah, join the trading community if you want. Yeah, if you think you're going to fit in. As long as you listen, it's hard to lose. It's hard to lose. Too many people, they buy stocks that are trash hoping it goes, you know, 100x. But that's a lottery ticket. That's what that is. And I made that mistake back then. But now I understand it's about buying good companies at cheap prices. Whether it's RGTI, whether it's IonQ, whether it's NVIDIA, Microsoft. I wouldn't buy Apple right now because Apple's going sideways. This whole year it's been going sideways. So I don't really like Apple right now. But I do like Microsoft and NVIDIA. Those just keep going up on the yearly time frame. If you pull up the yearly time frame on NVIDIA and Microsoft, they just keep going up. For the past 13 years, NVIDIA has only had 2 red years and 11 green years. Like, I want you to think about that for a second. Like, think about how hard it is to lose trading NVIDIA or going long on NVIDIA because for 13 years now, it's only had 2 red years. And it's nothing more than a dip buying opportunity, right? So I call them the yearly trenders. So just buy those, and it's whether you're investing or trading, it's too easy. It's too easy. Too many people, they want to buy a penny stock, hoping it goes to $1 so they can, you know, be rich. But that's, again, it's you're buying a lottery ticket. That's what that is. That's a lottery ticket. And I'm telling you right now, if you treat the stock market like a casino, if you buy stock, garbage stock, hoping it goes to $1, it's gambling, plain and simple. That's why, might as well just play poker, I guess, at that point. Maybe you have a better chance at making money. But yeah, this is a long video. This is a long video. Oh, I'm gonna have to duck under. There we go. Anyways, I think we'll call it a day there. Had a lot to say. I might do a free, if you want a free trial, let me know. Just send me a message. If you send me a message, no, don't send me a message. Drop a comment. Drop a comment in the underneath the description and let me know. I'll send you an invite, and you'll be there for a week and you can try it out. And then from there, let me know if you want to join permanently, you know, be in there all the time. I think you'll like it. All right, that's it for the video.